I've just come back from a holiday on the Outer Hebrides, and whilst away I completed a Concertina sketchbook that I thought I'd share with you. A few years ago I set myself the challenge to visit all the inhabited islands of the British Isles, and there are lots and lots of them. I think up to date I've done now 33 with the 3 that I've just done. When I went to Lewis Harris and Great Bernera and Scalpay. But what I did, I took my sketchbook. I have another one that I take with me that I take out and about, and I paint from that, from life when I'm out walking. This one I used mostly in the evenings when I got back to the different cottages we were staying in. And I used it so that each day I could record something that I'd seen. So on this day, this was travelling up towards Inverness. And there was areas at the side of the road that were just covered in the most beautiful lupins, so I just wanted to capture that memory. This one was travelling over, so this was on the ferry looking back towards the mainland, but each day I would go and I'd notice something, and then in the evening I'd just sit and record it and sketch it and write about it. I do like how the Concertina sketchbooks, you can go across different pages so that you can get a nice spread. And it feels like a real journey, actually, and a memory of the holiday of each day that we were there. Are these ones? These were looking back over to the hills of Harris, when we'd been over to Harris for the day, and then we were travelling back to our cottage on southeast Lewis. But when I looked back, the hills were just fantastic, and they were hazy, and they were layer upon layer of the hills, and then you had these gorgeous little bright patches of the water and the lochs at the bottom. So yeah, they were inspired from that. In fact, they've now gone towards 3 paintings, trio of paintings, 2 of which I did whilst I was on the island, which was brilliant, really good fun. Let's have a look on the other side. So I've done both sides of this book. Callanish stones, standing stones, they were just spectacular. It was a lovely day, and the sun came out, which was nice because we had a lot of wet and windy weather. This is just for memory, just to recall the fact that there were drifts and cotton grass all over the island, and it was beautiful. It looked so lovely catching the wind, so I just wanted to recall those. Again, this was on the ferry coming back to the mainland. This one actually has gone for the reference for a painting. And then when we got back to the mainland, it was really noticeable, the change in the landscape and the change in the trees. So there were a few trees on Lewis and Harris, but not many, not really. But then as soon as we were back on the mainland, there were woodlands full of conifers and evergreens. So I did want to capture that because it was such a noticeable difference. I wanted to record that from memory. And then at the back of the book, I've written down where we've stayed, different nights accommodation we've been, and all the different things that we've seen. So we were really lucky.